Well, it's only right that we start with the socket drawer. So let's open that up and we'll go through what I got in here. All right, guys, so I thought we'd kick this tour off on this side of the toolbox. This is the right side. First thing we're gonna take a look at is this nice Sunex impact socket set. This is a 3/8 drive set. Bought this to put on my 3/8 drive Ingersoll Rand impact, which I didn't have any 3/8 drive impact sockets when I bought that thing, and I decided to go with these, and I was really happy that I did. Nice versatile set, nice long extension in here. You can stack these up, make a really long extension, throw a swivel on there, boom, get access to a bell housing bolt, never have to leave the set. And so it's so versatile, and this is like a really good set. I found it to be really nice. Also got your inverted Torx. I work on a lot of Europeans, or I did work on a lot of Europeans, and so it was nice that I was also able to get bell housing bolts off of X5 BMWs and things like that, because it also has a swivel on it, and I could throw the E-Torx on the swivel, and I still got it, and never really had to leave this set. So it's just a nice versatile set, in my opinion. There's also fractional sizes in there, metric, fractional sizes, swivels, deep, shallow. It's just a great set. Only thing I didn't like about it is the Torx. So you can see this is a T27, and it got twisted on me right there, which I was very disappointed about, because usually T27s, as you guys know, aren't really big fasteners. Typically a T27 is actually kind of a small fastener, and it actually twisted up on me. And the fastener I was taking loose wasn't extremely stubborn. It just had your normal amount of, you know, effort to bust it loose. Shouldn't have twisted on me. So that'd be the only thing I didn't necessarily like about this set. All right, so moving down, I got some Lyle's Harmonic balancer sockets. These are really heavy sockets made to take off like Honda crank bolts or other stubborn fasteners. These are made specifically for Honda Harmonic balancers, because this is a 17 millimeter and this is a 19 millimeter, and or I may have it the other way around. This is a 17 millimeter, which got these mixed up. This should go in here, this one should go in here, but these are made primarily for Honda crank bolts, because typically other vehicles have like a 22 millimeter crank bolt, or maybe even a bit bigger, but you know, only Honda has 17 millimeter bolts. And there's also a 19 in there as well. All right, moving down, I got some spark plug sockets right here. This is a Mac swivel spark plug socket. This one's a Craftsman 3/4 with a rubber in it. This one also has a rubber. This one's a snap-on. This is a magnetic, no rubber in it. I always prefer the magnetic. The rubbers get stuck down in a spark plug well sometimes, and as running a busy shop, you don't have time to try to get that rubber out. So a lot of times I won't use a spark plug that has a rubber in it. This one is a 13/16, which I don't even know if people still make spark plugs that size, but I got one just in case. And then I got an 18 millimeter, and this one's a specialty for Mini Coupe. It's like a 12 point deep. So anyway, that's what I got there, my spark plug sockets. Right here I got some 3/8 drive larger sockets. This one's an SK, and these are Craftsman, and this was a set that I used to continue off of this 3/8 drive set over here, which we'll get to in a minute. And then right here I just got some miscellaneous sockets that I picked up while I was at AutoZone or something, and you know, needed the tool or whatever I was working on. Had these forever. Duralast and some of those auto parts stores really get left out of the conversation when we talk about tools, but a lot of them I've had for a really long time, and they've really held up with the best of them. So we need to start shouting out those auto parts store brands a little bit more. This one's a 1-inch Craftsman, just a random that came in the set. Got some like ultra shallow sockets that I also bought from an auto parts store for like serpentine belts, or serpentine, yeah, for getting serpentine belts off. And just some miscellaneous sockets down here that I thought I lost, and I just, you know, bought a replacement. And after I like cleaned the shop out, I started finding sockets that I thought I lost. So just got some extras now. And that's pretty much what I got right here. Same thing with here, I thought I lost. This is 19 millimeter that goes in this set. I bought a replacement because, like I said, I thought I lost it. But ended up cleaning my shop out and started finding a lot of stuff I thought I lost. So it's important to keep your shop nice and clean. But sometimes you get busy, there's cars coming in and out, you don't have time to straighten up. You got to take care of the customer first. Then when things slow down, then you can start to clean up and organize, and that happens. And then when you do, you start finding stuff. All right, so moving on. I almost forgot, I got these Craftsman turbo sockets, and these are for stripped out lug nuts. So to be honest with you, I never really had to use these for stripped out lug nuts. Maybe for people who don't have a wheel lock key, they lost their wheel lock key, and I would charge customers like, you know, 20 bucks to remove each wheel lock if they didn't have the key on there. So anyway, moving down the line, I got some 1/4-inch stuff right here, and these are Cobalt sockets, and these are SAE fractional imperial size, whatever you prefer. And I got a deep and shallow set of 6-point SAE 1/4. Right here I got some inverted Torx. This came in like a Craftsman set that I had that I used to leave at home. I had like a 400-piece mechanic tool set that I left at home in case I did work at home and I didn't have to go up to the shop to get anything, you know. And so that's what that came out of. A lot of those tools, I don't even know what happened to them. I still have some of them here in the toolbox. Some of them I gave away. And anyway, moving on. I got some 6-point metric, shallow and deep. Same thing that we had here, these Cobalts, but these are in the metric. And these are kind of mixed up. I got some Craftsman in here. I got Gear Wrench. I got SK in here. But the majority is Craftsman. Down here, these are actually 12-point shallow. So these are metric, 10 through, excuse me, not 10, but what is it, 4? Yeah, 4 with the 5.5 included, all the way up to 14 millimeter on 12-point metric, shallow and deep. So that's what we got there. And then this set equivalent is the red one here, but on the SAE. And there's 2 sockets out of here that I need to get a hold of Tekton about. So Tekton, if you're watching this, you sold me a weird socket. One of these on here is actually an inverted Torx, and it's not really a 7/32. So as you can see there, that don't look like a 12-point 7/32 socket, does it? That looks like an inverted Torx. Now let's turn this around and show you that this does in fact say 7/32. So I need to get to, I need to reach out to Tekton about that, and we'll compare that to another 7/32. So in comparison, we can see that this is what that socket should look like. This is the deep 7/32. So Tekton, if you're watching this, we need to make that right. Also in the same set, Tekton, you sent me a a socket that's like rusted out, and I've never used this socket before, and it has swirl marks on it up here at the top, like this has been used on, you know, a ratchet or impact gun or something. It looks like it's been used. So if you're watching this, Tekton, let's make that right. So I'm gonna end up reaching out to Tekton to get that taken care of. I might make a video about that. This is a Stanley SAE set. Had this forever. I mean, literally, I've had this probably since like maybe 2004. I don't even know if I've ever used these. This came with like a ratchet that I bought from Walmart, and I really just wanted the ratchet, didn't care for the sockets, but it came with it. All right, so moving on down the line. All right, so what we got back here is some Genius sockets. These sockets go from 7mm all the way to, I want to say 23. Yeah, 23. No, this is actually an SK socket. So you can see this is actually an SK socket. So I believe this stops at 22 then. Let me make sure. Yeah, 22. So this is a Genius set from 7 to 22. And down here is the 3/8 drive of that same Genius set. It actually came in a set with deep and shallow. So we got deep and shallow, 7mm all the way to 22mm. Let me just double check. So yeah, because this is a 6mm that I threw in here, Craftsman. So 7 through 22, Genius, 6-point, metric, deep, metric, shallow, and deep. That's what we got back there. Now moving up here, this is this used to be my daily driver stuff. This is a nice Blue Point magnetic socket tray, and that I really like this tray. And in here I got some snap-on. This is the stuff that I used at work. This is snap-on mid deeps, and this set goes from maybe 6 to like 19 maybe. And so this is a snap-on mid deep socket. And then down here we got and then right here we got Williams, which is also a snap-on brand. And so these were my daily driver stuff at work. Lots of use on these sockets. These mid-deep snap-ons is probably the most used socket that I use. The length is just perfect for auto repair. And next I got some 12-point, nothing special here. These are in a snap-on tray, but these actually aren't snap-ons. I just like the magnetic tray that they come with. So I put some Craftsman in here. These are actually Craftsman sockets, 12-point. These 6-point sockets or these mid-deep sockets is what I believe actually came in this tray. But then I, kept the tray because it's a nice magnetic tray. And then moving down the line, just got some Icon stuff here. Didn't really particularly buy these for any reason other than the fact I just wanted to see what all the fuss was about when Icon first came out. And I wanted to see if these really were like tool truck quality tools, which we know they're not. But I think it is pretty decent, like a Taiwan type made tool. So I do think they're pretty decent, but not nearly as what Snap or what they claim. And then down here, this is a Genius set. I kind of got a lot of Genius tools. I used to go to Genius quite a bit before like Tekton got big. Genius was sort of my Tekton, if you will. Although I think some of Genius tools are a lot better than Tekton's tools. Not saying that Tekton don't have good stuff, because they do, and I got quite a bit of Tekton stuff. Well, I think Genius stuff is a little bit better quality. A lot of their tools come with like quality control cards that they put in the set, you know, and I've just had their tools before. They have a really great finish on them, and they're pretty strong, pretty durable stuff. So not a lot of people know about Genius tools. Check them out if you're not familiar. They are here in California. All right, so moving on down the line, I got some extra long Allen sockets. These are made by Tekton. When I seen these, I had to have them. I did not have any Allen sockets that long. Now I did have some long Allen sockets, but not the extra long type. So this was my longest Allen socket that I had. And so when I seen these, I was like, whoa, these are long. These would be great on like an Audi, especially doing oil pans on some of those Audis where you have to use a really long Allen socket to get up in there. There's like 2 hidden bolts. And I thought, man, these would be great if I run across that again, amongst other things that it's used for. But you can see the length that it has on even your long Allen sockets. So I really wanted these extra long Allen sockets. Had to have them when I seen Tekton release them, so I picked them up and been happy with them ever since. Although I will say there's one that I may need to warranty out. So this one right here, is it 3/16? Yeah, 3/16. The 3/16 Allen socket comes out. So that's not cool. I may have to warranty this out. Like I said, it doesn't really prevent me from getting anything done. So I'm still able to get some work done, but would prefer it if it wasn't falling out. So Tekton, if you're watching this, you may have to make that right for me. All right, and back here, I got, so back here, I don't want to leave nothing out. This is our harmonic balancer holder socket for Hondas. So you can hold the crank bolt. And you can see here, you got a 1/2 inch square to get your 1/2 inch drive in here to hold that Honda harmonic balancer. And then through here, you can stick your socket through your breaker bar and bust it loose. So that's what this is for. I don't want to miss that guy. And so continuing down the line, got another set of Allen sockets. These are Husky. I usually use these around the house, which these are going to go into my home drawer. Haven't got around to moving those into my other toolbox. But these are SAE size Husky Allen sockets. Now, continuing down the line. All right, so let me slide this out a little bit more here. Okay, so this is the far left side of my toolbox, and this is where I have a lot of my larger axle nut sockets. 12-point Sun-X right here. Nice chrome moly sockets. Sun-X is pretty decent. Down here, these are Tekton, and it goes from 10mm all the way to 32. Got some 34, some 36 here. So I did a video on these Tekton sockets, my first impressions when I first got them. So if you're interested in that, I'll leave a link in the description or a card. Just below it are my shallows. These are Craftsman, and I really like the finish on these Craftsman impact sockets. That's why I bought them. And they really are nice impact sockets. Only thing is there's quite a few skips on it. 25. It goes from 12 to 27, and you can see we got some missing spots on this tray. So I'm gonna fill those in. I probably won't be able to get Craftsman, but I did find some other sockets that match this sort of smooth finish that's on it that I'm gonna be filling in here. So look out for that video. And then just below it, right here, these are Craftsman, older USA style Craftsman. Right here, these are deep 12-point. All this is 1/2 inch, by the way. And then down here, same thing, but these are 6-point Craftsman, like USA, older USA style. Although some of these think there's like 2 of them that are broke, and I had to take back to Sears before Sears went out of business, and they gave me a non-USA made one. And then here, same thing, got some Craftsman 12-point old USA style Craftsman 12-point ½ inch. And then so moving on down the line right here, these are Tekton 3/8 drive 12-point. Picked these up just for clutch jobs. Used to get tons of clutch jobs, and we would just bang those clutch jobs out. And so you know, as you guys know, a lot of 12-point bolts doing clutch jobs, drive shafts, pressure plates, flywheels, things like that. And it's nice, you know, 12-point on a 3/8 give you better, slimmer access to get in there and zip all those fasteners out. So got that set, which has been great. I got these Tekton universals. So what is this from? I believe it's from like 10mm to like 19, no skips. And then on a quarter is so 6mm on a quarter all the way to like 14. And that's my universal by Tekton. And then these are some Pittsburgh Allen sockets. You can see quite a bit of wear on the tips of these. Use these a lot. Actually really good sockets, Allen sockets. I bust head bolts loose with these and everything else. Never had a problem with them. So Pittsburgh or Harbor Freight did a good job on these. So that does it for the top drawer. Let's open up the next drawer. All right, so on the next drawer here, we got some snap-on down here. These are the Tekton hard handle screwdrivers, which are pretty similar to these old snap-on style screwdrivers, but nonetheless, really good screwdrivers. When they first sent me those screwdrivers to see what I thought about them, I still really liked this style a lot better, but now that I use these, much prefer the hard handles now to use. So it sort of took me a while to appreciate, you know, how good they are. And that just goes to show that whenever you do a tool review when you first get it, it's more or less your first impressions. It's not really a review, because things change after I use them, my opinion of a tool. And this is a perfect example that even though I thought that these were great and I knew they were great screwdrivers, I still preferred these, and then now I much rather go to these. So I would probably give a total different review now. And then of course I got these sort of like tri-lobe or whatever they call them, screwdrivers by Tekton with max leverage. And these are good screwdrivers. A lot of people have them. They can attest to these being good screwdrivers. And these are some nut drivers, metric by Tekton. Got some picks here. Got some, a little driver tool, Tekton driver tool. Got a little slot on it to be able to stick use it as an extension or put a ratchet on there if you know, something that you're trying to bust loose is pretty tight. Just got a trim tool right here, hose pick, gasket scraper. Got some larger picks right here. Got an old snap-on screwdriver, hard handle. I used to have a whole set of these, but like I said, if you follow my channel, you know a lot of my stuff got stolen. And when I went back to work that day and went through my toolbox, it was ransacked. Toolbox got ransacked, and there was just random miscellaneous stuff that they, you know, didn't grab. They just grabbed it real quick. And there was a whole set of these. This one was the only one that was left. And then I got a long Tekton back here, which I don't think they make this anymore. And then a long Duralast Phillips in the back. And then down here, guys, I got some pocket screwdrivers. It's a little snap-on one they give you off the tool truck when you buy something, or they just give them to you for free. This one has a valve stem tool on it. These two are actually my own Bryan916 signature pocket screwdrivers that I made. So And I have a box full of these things. If anybody want one, just reach out to me. I'll send you one. Let's move down to the next drawer, which is full of ratchets and extensions. All right, guys, so here's my ratchet drawer, and got some extensions in here. Got some swivels in here. You know, got some adapters in here from 1/4 to 3/8, from 3/8 to 1/4, etc. Got some bit holders in here. Got some long, my longer Allen sockets in here. Got some impact chucks, these little bits that go into your impact driver. Got some triple square little bits right here as well. Got a O2 sensor tool here, 1/4 extensions, 3/8 extensions. Got some big 1/2" extensions right here on the side. I don't want to go into too much detail about the ratchets that I have because I wanted to do a video separately on all the ratchets that I have. Some of these are going to be thrown out that I don't want. But anyway, so I won't go into too much detail, but these are all my ratchets. So moving on down the line, we get to some wrenches here. These are some double boxed in Genius extra long double boxed in. Got some Williams ratcheting wrenches here. Right here I got some Tekton angle wrenches right here, and this set goes up to from like 8 to 19, but I did get some additional ones for larger sizes. This is these are VIM inverted torque wrenches. Over here I actually got some Stanley extra long or long pattern metric wrenches by Stanley, although there is one Craftsman up there. And then I got some stubby ratcheting wrenches by Tekton right here. And then just below this we got some double boxed in ratcheting extra long, and these are made by Nico Tools. So and then I got some some line wrenches here. These are actually Pittsburgh. I've been meaning to replace these for years and never got around to it. I didn't have any line wrenches at the time, so I just went to Harbor Freight and picked up a set real quick. But I was like, you know what, I'm gonna replace these with a good set, and I never did. And they've been working this whole time, but I'm gonna eventually replace those. All right, so let's move to one of these side smaller drawers, and you can see here that I got some little Allen keys on the side right here. Got some Torx little Allen keys. These are just full of like miscellaneous wrenches right here. Got some Mako angle wrenches right here. And yeah, just miscellaneous wrenches that I don't really use. Got some double box in wrenches. That's engraved Honda on them right here. Got some old Duralast ratcheting wrenches, which were really good wrenches, by the way. Got some Craftsman, just straight ratcheting wrenches. Got some older made in USA Craftsman crow's feet wrenches right here. These are some swivel sockets that I keep in here, also Tekton, but these are SAE, so these are kind of, I don't use these as much, so I got them in here. One random 10mm, and you know, I would never throw away a 10mm socket for the obvious reasons, so I got that in there. Got some flashlights in here, several little flashlights. Got some triple square bit sockets in the back. Got some Ingersoll flip sockets right here, which have gotten plenty of use. So that's what's in this drawer right here. All right, so below that drawer, got some more wrenches here. I got some stubby wrenches here. These are actually Icon wrenches, stubbies with the reversible switch on it. And that's why I got these. For one, they're 12 point and it's got the reversible switch. And it's not just a straight wrench like the Tekton. You can see the Tekton was it's a little bit different. You know, you'd have to flip it over on this side to go one direction, flip it back over to go the other. Which there's nothing wrong with those, but I prefer to have the switching style on it. And of course this one is like straight, and this one has the little angle on it. So that's why I ended up picking up this icon set. When I was buying icon stuff to see how good it was, I might as well buy something that I didn't have. And then these are Tekton stubby wrenches here. And then just going down the line just turns into like little midget wrenches all the way to like 3mm. So 4mm actually. So that's what we got here. Got a big blue point crescent wrench, or actually adjustable wrench. Shout out to Crescent Tools for dang near renaming this tool after their tool brand. And then also got a smaller size actual crescent adjustable. And then I got this is a BMW Fan Clutch Tool. All you BMW guys pretty familiar with that. This is a fan clutch tool. Bought this off the Snap-on truck as well. Right around the same time I bought this one. The shop I was working for at that time, I was doing a lot of wheel alignments, and picked up this tool right here when I was doing all the wheel alignments. That's the blue point. And anyway, got a little fan clutch tool. This used to be a whole set, a whole Snap-on set, and of course a lot of my stuff got stolen, as you know, which is not an uncommon thing in California. All right, and then right here I got some cheap Pittsburgh wrenches, and as you can see, this one is like really bent. These are my wrenches that I will modify for a particular job. If I really need to like hack a wrench up, it's going to be these wrenches here. And then right here, this is a CV axle remover tool. Got a little nut to go on your slide hammer. So that's what's in that drawer. All right, moving down, got some pliers in this drawer right here. Got a variety of channel lock style pliers. Got a really large one. Under here we got some needle nose style pliers, and some little mini pliers right here. Got some slip joint pliers right here. Some locking pliers. Got some diagonal cutters or wire snips, dikes, whatever you want to call them. Got oil filter pair of pliers. This is a gear wrench hose pinch plier, which kind of sucks. Some more locking pliers. So that's what we got here. Back to the center, we got more wrenches down here. So right here, these are 6-point Tekton ratcheting wrenches. Nice reversible switch on them. These wrenches are pretty good. If you really do have a 6-point fastener, these things fit superbly. It's almost impossible to round a bolt using these. Got some offset wrenches. These are also made by Genius. These are some larger size angle wrenches, also made by Tekton. Craftsman. My wife had bought me this set at one point in time. I asked her to pick me up something. She was by Sears and she called me, and I asked if she could run in at Sears and get me something that was on sale. But she did get what I asked for, but she also got these for me because they were on sale. And I was like, oh, thanks, you know. thanks for getting, you know, because they were on sale. Appreciate it. But really, I was like, I'm never going to use these wrenches. That's why they're on sale. No one wants these. But I'm glad she did buy them for me because these things came in handy. You can see these wrenches have sort of like teeth in there. And it's supposed to be like this universal style wrench that works on every fastener. And it actually works good for rounded fasteners. Those little teeth will grip onto a rounded fastener if you can't use a turbo socket and you need to put a wrench on a rounded fastener. These actually work. So yeah, that's what I end up using these for. And then right here on the side, I got a 1 1/8 Husky, which is equivalent to 29mm. And then over here, it starts at 28 on my Tekton, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 34, and 36. So that's what we have here. All right, so moving on down to the bottom drawer in the middle is gonna be a lot of my power tools. We got Harbor Freight Earthquake, which is a pretty decent tool. Harbor Freight did a good job on that one. My favorite, Ingersoll, which I am an Ingersoll guy. I really like Ingersoll tools. Got a Sunex air drill right here. This is a Ingersoll air hammer, pretty decent air hammer. Some batteries for some of this stuff. This is a really old tool that I've had. Man, I've had this for a long time. This is a impact gun by, I can't remember who made that, to be honest with you. It's been too long. And all the logos are wiped off. Man, now I want to know who this is. I can't remember, but got a lot of good use out of that. All right, next, got a Dewalt. Lots of good use out of that. Got this little thing right here, this stubby by Astro Pneumatic. And then next, I got the snap-on. Definitely wanted a long handle or long neck ratchet, electric ratchet, way before they were available. I was saying someone need to make one. And then when Snap-on released one, I waited a while because I didn't want to spend that much money on one, even though I really knew the value of having one. But no one came out with one until after I bought it. Seems like as soon as I bought it, then next thing you know, everybody had one. So whatever. And then next, this is a Harbor Freight, which ain't that bad, to be honest with you. If you need a cheap and expensive electric ratchet, this actually ain't that bad. Next, I got a cutoff tool, Harbor Freight, their Chief brand. Actually not that bad compared to a lot of their other pneumatic stuff. Most of their pneumatic stuff is junk, but they did pretty decent on that Chiefs. Man, this is an old air ratchet. I've had this thing for a really long time. Got a lot of use on this. Harbor Freight Earthquake grinder, junk. Stay away from this. All right, so that's everything down here. Just some bits and stuff for my my air hammer. So all of this is Ingersoll, except for this one is a gray pneumatic, and of course this is my chuck for that Sunex air drill. All right, so moving on to the drawer on the end there. So in this drawer here, I got some hammers in here. Got some snap-on hammers in here, some Craftsman hammers, all my hammers. Got some punches and chisels in here. Didn't really have anything to put them in, so I just got them in this for now. And then hood prop tool was in here. Got some rolling pry bars in here. This is a Mako power bar, harmonic balancer removal tool. Also got some caliper hangers down here. All right, so that's everything in the drawers, and then I got one little side cabinet in here to check out. All right, guys, so let's open up the side cabinet and show you what I got. Okay, so just got a battery load tester tool. This is by OTC. Got a memory saver. Got some damaged fastener sockets. These are made by Irwin. Got some some more. So I got some more turbo sockets. This is by Craftsman. These are pretty good. Reason why I like these are more like socket-like, whereas a lot of other damaged fastener sockets or turbo sockets will have this like little hex on the bottom of it, and kind of gets in the way sometimes depending on what you're doing. So I kind of like that Craftsman that is more like socket-like. All right, so got some stud remover set right here, and let's see what else we got in here. This is a master Lug Nut Master Key set. So customers don't have their wheel lock key, pull that out. Next we got cylinder leak down test kit. This is by OTC. Let's see what else we got here. We got we got a bearing and race driver set, seal driver set as well. Got a Craftsman drop light in here, so batteries run out on the work light, keep moving, plug that in. This is a Mac vacuum gauge. So this is a tool that's becoming more and more obsolete, vacuum gauge. However, I still use them from time to time. I think you get a lot of good information from a vacuum gauge, like really quick. Just quick plug it into a vacuum port. Tell you a lot of what's going on. All right, this is some Allen sockets here, Craftsman set. Excuse me, Allen keys, not Allen sockets. Got an all-tail scan tool right here. Actually, this ain't my scan tool. I think this is a inspection camera. Yeah, so this is an all-tail inspection camera right here. Not the greatest inspection camera, by the way. So if you're in the market for one, don't buy that one. This is a fuel pressure test kit by OEM. And then one of my favorite tools of all time, we got a power probe. So I think that's everything. That's everything that's down here. All right. Get all the stuff put back up. Alright guys, well that's everything that I have in this toolbox behind me. As you can see, there's also a little red toolbox right there. I use that more when I ran my auto repair business. I would keep business cards in there, pens, Sharpies, certain keys that a customer would give me that wasn't really on a key ring, if they just gave me like a key fob or just like one random key. I would throw it in that drawer so I don't lose it. Credit card swipers and things like that. So I use that to keep me organized. It doesn't really get too much use nowadays. Just got random stuff in it from when I was running my auto repair business. And then up here, I put all my batteries being charged and all my work lights. All right, well, that does it for this 2021 Toolbox Tour. Like I said, I do have one other toolbox over here that is also full of automotive tools. So we may do a toolbox tour on that one next. I also have another toolbox that I keep here in this garage, and that's for more like home repair type stuff. And we may do a tour of that toolbox. I don't think you guys have ever even seen what type of toolbox that is. So I may do a toolbox tour on both of those as well. So as always, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming along. This is Bryan916. See you guys on the next one.